Hi everyone. So I've got a video here today. I want to basically what I do is I do audits. I do a lot of audits for estate agents, real estate agents, depending on where they're coming from, what part of the world that they're coming from. But I do these audits. It's something I've always really enjoyed, and I ping them over. And so what I want to do is for the YouTube channel and for the website is do kind of like a mock-up audit. So, you know, you might see it and be like, hey, I fancy an audit, and give me a call and I can give you this free audit, basically, okay? So I'm on this Miro tool, which is a free thing that I use. Before I get going, I just want to show there's a couple of things, really, that you need to remember. So the two parts of SEO, okay, there's on page. I should have just typed this properly, but hey ho. There's on page, and there is off page. Okay, so the difference is they both sort of support each other. On page is things like site structure, content, things like that, pretty much. And then the off page is backlinks, essentially. You know, PR, backlinks, and things like that. You know, but so on page is the content. That's the important bit. The structure's got to be good, but after that it's the content, and then making sure that the site and all the pages are fast to things. But let's just think about content for this video, and then the off page is the backlinks. Okay, so that is SEO. Okay, basically. So when people start talking to you about on page SEO and off page SEO, and you're like, what are you talking about? It's basically the stuff that's happening on the site, which is the content and the structure, and make sure it's fast and all that sort of technical stuff that I won't bore you with. And the off page is basically the backlinks, and you need both of those for SEO to work. Okay, so that said, so I'm going to move on. What I'm doing today is I'm doing a search for Swindon estate agents, and I've picked two websites for this. Okay, so I've got Anthony Aslan. He is the agent that isn't doing as well. So let's just for this, let's just pretend he's a client I've just picked up, or he's the one who just asked for the audit. So Anthony, and I'm basically what I'm doing now is I'm just tracking it with Richard James, who is in position 1 for the search term Swindon estate agents. Okay, so I want to show you them two there. Now, before I do that, this is just a quick keyword research thing I've done for Swindon estate agents. It is searched 360 times a month with its difficulty level of 12. Okay, which is absolutely fine. If I scroll down, there's some other different variations of it. So you've also got estate agent Swindon, which is searched 2,900 times with a difficulty level of 21. Okay, so they're not too hard. You know, 21, you know, once you get into like getting into the realms of like 30, 40, 50, you need a big backlink kind of campaign, you know, but this sort of stuff, that's fine. Okay, so, you know, from this one here, like 360 searches a month, this one here, you know, just short of 3,000 searches a month. If you're in position 1, 2, 3 for those kind of keywords, you can definitely see more relevant traffic landing on your page, and as a result, more phone calls, you know, more emails, more inquiries, more valuations, and all that kind of good stuff that your estate agency business needs, right? So the cool thing about SEO for estate agents and real estate agents, things like that. I'm not sure what I've done with my camera there, but you're gone. It is what it is. There you go, I'm back. The cool thing about, you know, estate agents and real estate agents and letting agents and things like that is that the search terms are very much commercial. It even said it here, look, search intent, local and commercial. It's local because the people are putting in Swindon, so you're going to pop up, they're looking for an estate agent in Swindon, great, that's local. And it's commercial because the people who are searching for these kind of keywords are looking to take an action there and then. You know, they're searching for an estate agent is because they're looking for someone to help them with the sale of their property or with the let of their property, whatever it's going to be. Okay, so it's commercial intent. So if you get someone to land on your website and they're looking for an estate agent, which they are because it's that kind of keyword, you know, they might scroll through a couple of websites to sort of pick which one they want, but in theory they will reach out to you. Okay, and it's SEO huge for estate agents, as you can see here. You know, like this keyword 360 times, this one here 2.9 thousand times. You know, SEO is a big thing. It shouldn't be ignored in estate agency. Okay. The other thing I want to show you just real quickly, actually, before we just crack on, is this is I don't know what it is, some sort of calculator thing I've created. Okay, so there is a disclaimer here. Okay, not every searcher will land on your website. So where I'm saying here, as an example, you know, every person who searches for Swindon estate agent, all 360 of them will land on your website, and all, you know, 2,900 for the search term estate agents in Swindon will land on your site. It's not going to happen. But if it did, you know, and I'm saying you're making roughly £1,000 for a sale of a property as your fee or whatever you got, and then I can get your website, or you can get your website to convert 2% of each visitor that lands into a listing, then this is the kind of money that you can expect to look at. Okay, now again, you're not going to get every single one of those visits to your site, but you're going to get a big chunk of them if you're in the top 2-3 positions for Swindon estate agents and things like that. And so you can get your slice of this, you know, 6,500 just from the 2 keywords alone, right? So yeah, hopefully that just shows you the value of SEO. Okay, right. So moving on. This is Richard James. Richard James is the website that is ranking in position 1 at the minute, and here we have Anthony Aslan, who is in position, I don't know what position he is. He's on like page 3 or 4 or something like that. Okay, so I'm not going to go through these here, really, to be fair. I've got it all pre sort of loaded just to sort of speed it up, but I'm not going to go too much into these pages themselves. The one thing I would say is there seems to be a lot more content here. Sales, you've got all these pages here that are supporting the sales. Lettings, all these pages here that supporting the lettings. And when I say supporting the lettings, I mean supporting the keyword and the you know, the topic of lettings in Swindon, which is just going to help you rank. Okay, and you've got all these pages here. You know, where with Anthony, it's a smaller site, and that's fine. It's a smaller site. You would be wanting to big it up, build it up, and all that kind of stuff. Okay. Apart from that, obviously he's got a lot more pages. You only have a real difference here. I mean, he's got his team and things, but he goes straight in. He's got videos and properties, you know, sort of that kind of stuff here. And then Anthony, you know, he's got more listings here. I think it's his meet a team. Yeah. There's an issue here. This is expired, which kind of tells me that they haven't been on the website for a little while. But the only real difference they've got here in terms of content is that Richard has these testimonials, and I'll show you how that has made a big impact on the site in a bit. Okay, but Richard James has got all these testimonials. Other than that, there's not really a lot of text. There's a little bit here, but there's no text, you know. And with Anthony, there's no text, is there really? It's the property listings. You know, these testimonial things are from Instagram, so they're just graphics. There's no text, basically. Okay, and that's an important thing to remember. And I'll show you why in a bit. Okay, from an audit standpoint for Richard James, he is getting 5,900 visits a month organically to his site for ranking on Google. Okay, this is just Google I'm doing today. So that's a lot. Okay, and that is coming to his site, you know, give or take, you know, roughly that on a monthly basis. It's saying here it's picked up 911 times from the previous month, but that's great. Okay, and he's got 5,600 keywords indexed, and you know, it's all good. Okay, if I was to look at Anthony's, he's got traffic coming in of 34. Okay, and keywords 958. Still a decent keyword count. You know, they're probably not all like ranking that well, but but he is being indexed. Google's looking at him and going, I like this website. Google's actually saying to me, I like this website. You know, I would rank it further if they put a bit of work into it. You know, the fact that, you know, just short of 1,000 keywords are being indexed by Google for this site is telling me Google are going, come on, let's get it going, you know. That's basically what they're telling us, you know. So that's interesting, okay. Now, if I look at keywords, this is the traffic that these guys are getting, you know. Let me try and move this thing over again if I can, yeah. This is the traffic they're getting. It's been a nice little climb. You always get these sort of dips. There'll be an algorithm update on Google, or there'll be something to get these dips, but nice steady growth with traffic from James Richard. And with Anthony here, let's go back to traffic. You know, it's done pretty well. There's a dip here in August this year, but it's recovering and it's getting there and it's great. And he's on 34 monthly visits, organic monthly visits a month to his site. So, you know, it sort of started getting indexed and started ranking and stuff in September 2022. And that's where he is with it, basically, okay? Now, the main reason, and I say this all the time, but the main reason is going back to that bit I showed you before. You've got your on page and you've got your off page, okay? So I showed you a little bit of the on page just a second ago when I went through the two home pages, and I said there's no real difference. The main difference is that Richard James has got the testimonials, okay? That's the on page bit. I'll show that even more in a bit, okay? But there's not a lot of difference, okay? So what is the other difference? Well, the other difference is the off page, which is the backlinks, okay? So this site here, it's saying it's got 2.5 thousand backlinks coming to the site, okay, from a total of 130 websites, and these guys have got a total of 267 links coming from a total of 19. Okay, that's pretty much it. Now, on top of that, it could be the quality of the link that's coming through. Is it any good? You could have thousands of links, but they're all utter tosh, and so Google won't pay attention to that, you know. So you got to make sure they're decent links. But what Richard's doing here is Richard James is doing, you know, he's got a total of 2,500 links. If I just have a quick go here, these are his links. This is a little breakdown here. One of them is toxic. 645 is medium toxic. 420 is low, and then the rest of them are here. Okay, so that's what everyone's got, this sort of stuff here. You know, manage it, but you tend to ignore it. The thing is, he's got a lot more sort of healthy backlinks. So that's fine. Okay, so he's done all right, and he's probably got a nice split between follow and no follow links. Okay, which is a healthy thing to have. Okay, I don't think I did this report for Anthony. Let's see what I can do here quickly. It does take a little while. So that's the links, okay? So that's the links. Whilst this is loading up, I just want to show you, here you go quickly. This takes a little while. I just want to show you the content, okay? So this is basically, what I've done here is I've just done a content audit for the home page for Anthony, this page here, okay? And where I said there's no text in it, I mean there's no text in it. This is kind of what you're seeing. You're seeing home page. You're seeing links, which is the links for the on the footer, on the header. Properties with a link, you know, a graphic, this sort of stuff, you know, and then that's it, you know. So there's nothing there, okay. It's saying here there's a total of 118 words on the page, okay. So increase it by 724. And so on. All these suggestions are coming from the pages who are ranking in the top on the top 10 positions on page 1 for the search term Swindon estate agent. Okay, it's basically, this tool is telling me this is what you need to be in that Goldilocks zone of the websites or the web pages that are performing well for that. Okay, so this is on page stuff. So you do this, you know. And then once you've done this, you move on to the backlinks, okay? But if I just go to this brief section here, it's just telling me, this is Richard James. These are the guys who are ranking on position 1 at the minute. Their content score is 52. Okay, the domain trusted 22 and the page trusted 20. Okay, if you look below it, where you got this McFarlane, you know, they got a much higher content score, which is brilliant. They've got decent domain authority, which again is brilliant, but they don't have a very good page trust. Okay, so they'd want to increase that, because actually what they're doing is good, you know, but they're I don't know, maybe haven't got the right backlink going to their page or their site. I'm not entirely sure. I'd have to sort of dig into that particular site as well, or start a project kind of thing, you know. But yeah, Richard James has got a content score of 52. He's already got the backlinks. We've established that. He's got a content score of 52. He's got a decent domain and page authority. Okay, and then this content score, I think it's 0 or something. I'm not sure. It's a 40. Okay, I don't know why it's a 40. It's way off the content thing. He just happens to have a couple of keywords here that have been picked up in this sort of algorithm thing here, you know, but it needs content to get any further than that. Okay, so that's that. Okay, this is a quick thing of his. So he's got less backlinks. Okay, so but I suppose a percentage of that is, in fact, it says it here, 91% of all his links are non-toxic, which is great. It's brilliant, but he just needs a lot more links. Okay, so I think the what I would say now, if I was giving an audit for Anthony or helping him, you know, giving him the free audit type thing, I'd basically say you need a lot more pages. You need to be creating pages to support each of these here. So you have your tower pages, which would be your home page, Estate Agent Swindon. You know, services for sales, services for letting. So you then got your location page and your service pages. They will be your tower pages, your sort of pillar pages, and then you need content to help support them. So this site needs to get a lot bigger. It needs at least another 5 to 10 actual pages within the site itself, and then it needs blog post, and a big backlink campaign. Okay, that's what that needs. And then yeah, and that's it. And these guys have got a blog. Let's just see what they've got here regarding the blog. So it's all nice and tidy. Classic Easter home bakes. Advantage of using a lettings agent. Preparing your home for photos. Okay, so this one here is localized. Bargain hunting, unveiling Swindon's most affordable streets. That's good. That's local. That is again to do helping you build that authority around being that property expert in Swindon. He's doing that because this particular page, but he needs a lot more of that. You know, UK housing market sees optimistic start in 2024. A lot of this is too general. This should just get localized. He's based in Swindon. Does he care if someone in Newcastle is seeing his content? Not really. They're not going to be picking up the phone and giving him a job, you know, work, you know. So localize it. Not only does that mean that only local people will see the content, and it's localized sort of focused content when you share it onto your social medias, but also Google will look at it and go, okay, this is an expert in helping people sell and rent homes in the Swindon property market. Okay, and if you've got more content on your pages in the competition, and you've got some decent blog posts going out talking about your services and your expertise in selling homes in Swindon, and you've got a nice healthy backlink campaign, you know, then you're going to win basically, you know. So look at this here. Some of you might go, 2.5 thousand backlinks. That is hard. It's not. You can get that in a year. To be fair, you can probably get it in a few months. You know, if you're just sort of really sort of go at it, you know. And that's kind of what I suppose my point is here. Really, you know, get more content, and then get more backlinks. Okay, I hope that helps. If you want an audit similar to this one here, let me know. Usually what I do when I do these sort of audits and I'm not sharing it on YouTube and stuff, I can actually give a report of the backlinks that your competitors have got, so you can identify those backlinks and you can get them yourself, or you can pay someone to do it, or hire me to do your SEO, whatever it's going to be. But I'll give you that. I just don't want to open up. I don't want to open up other people's backlinks and things on these videos, because I'd be upset if someone did it to my video, my website, made it public. So I'm not going to do that. But I'd usually provide a list of backlinks and things that you can use that are working for your competitors to help you rank in position 1. Okay, any questions, let me know. Have a good day. Bye.